What's going on, guys? So today we have something a little bit different. We had a customer come in earlier this morning and brought 5 or 6 pairs of Berluti shoes that he owns. He's very particular about his shoes, and believe it or not, he actually told me that he normally sends all of his shoes back to New York to the flagship store to have them shine his shoes and then returns them back here to Nashville. I guess he had found out about us. He knew we carried Saphir products, so he brought the shoes in this morning and said he would like for us to give him a good shine with using all of the Saphir products that we have. So that is what we're bringing to you today. So let me show you exactly what we're going to do to these Berluti. All right, guys, so one of the things that I wanted to point out about these Berluti shoes is the patina that's going on with both of these, especially this pair. You can see it has a lot of light colors, a lot of dark colors in there. So what you do not want to do is just grab one, a color, for example, this black Medal d'Or cream, and just start putting it all over the shoe, because it will color in a lot of these lighter areas. So you really have to be careful. The same with this mahogany or Bordeaux pair. You see that it's got Bordeaux in there, but it also has a lot of black sort of painted into the shoe. So you really have to be careful which colors that you're choosing. So anyways, what I'm going to do first is give these shoes a good bath. There's got some dirty spots on there, so I want to use something a little that cleans a little bit better than just a like the Renovateur. So what I'm going to use is this Saphir leather soap. Now there is a difference. We sell leather soap and we also sell saddle soap. The leather soap is a little less harsh on your leather, so that's something I would recommend for most of your dress shoes if you're looking for just a soap to every now and then clean off your shoes. If you have a lot of buildup and a lot of dirt, for example, say a construction boot or something like that, then the saddle soap is what you're going to need. But anyways, just wanted to clarify that as well. Put a little water in here, spray the brush, and then you just want to work this up into a lather. Really get the suds going. All right, and then you're just want to work that all over the shoe, especially down in this welt line area. You really want, there's a lot of dirt and dust that gets built up in there, and you want to make sure that you clean that off right along in here like that. Now we also sell little dauber brushes or welt brushes, so those are a good option as well. All right. And as soon as you do that, you want to go ahead and just start wiping these shoes down. You don't want to let that soap sit on your shoe too long, because it will dry and it just becomes like a kind of a dry, hazy mess. So whenever you put saddle soap on your shoes, you definitely want to make sure you get it cleaned off quickly. All right. So they're nice and clean now. Now what I'm going to do is use some of the Saphir Renovateur, and we're just going to make sure that these shoes are rehydrated and get some good moisture back into this leather. Again, you see how big these jars are. They're not very big, so a lot of folks panic and think, oh my goodness, that jar will run out in no time. Just use a little bit at a time. Now that little dab I put on my cloth right there will go a long way with this shoe. So you really don't need much. But you just want to add a little pressure and just push that down into the leather. Okay, so once you have the conditioner on the shoe and you've let both of them dry to a haze for just a moment, then what I normally like to do is just take one of my shoe brushes here and buff them off. Now, some people like to go ahead and add the shoe cream on there. You can if you want to, but I really like to buff things off in between each step. All right, so we've got the conditioner on now, and the last step that we're going to do on these is put the shoe cream onto the shoe, and then put a little shoe cream black along the sole and the heel block here. Now, this is one of the things that I wanted to let you folks know. especially if you have somewhere, and this is just what I like to do, especially with shoes that have a lot of patina work like this, like I was saying earlier, I don't really want to use black all over this shoe. It's just going to mess up the patina. So, but if you have a little scuff up here in the toes or somewhere, what I'll normally do is maybe touch it with my finger or whatever and just hit those spots real lightly with your finger or a cloth wrapped around your finger. You don't want to go crazy with it with a dauber. Just, you know, in whatever areas you think need a little color back into it, use that dark color on those spots only. But what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to use the neutral shoe cream. So the neutral has no pigment color in it, and when it goes onto the shoe, it just goes on clear. It does the same exact job as all of the others that have color. It just, again, it just goes on clear. All right, again, I'm just taking a cloth, I'm dipped a little bit onto my finger, and I'm just going to work that into the shoe really well, especially into all the little cracks and crevices you see. Okay, so we've got the neutral shoe cream on there. I'm going to let that dry to a haze for a few minutes while I work on the soles and heels. As you can see, the welt and the heel blocks are both black on this shoe, and that's with the shoe cream I'm going to use on this one is the Saphir black color for the Medal d'Or. Again, you just want a little bit and work that in. Now I get a lot of folks, or a lot of question from folks asking what type of edge dressing we use, and I'm just not a big fan of edge dressing. I'm really not. I've used it on a few shoes, you know, here and there, but I just feel like it really gives a painted on look, and I like just the natural leather with the coloration in it. You know, like I said, honestly, I'm just not a big fan. I do see a lot of guys, especially that have shoe shine stands, putting that on there, and again, I'm just not a fan. I don't use it on any of my shoes, and I don't like using it on customer shoes either, unless they're just in really bad shape and it needs some color put back in. But the pigment color on this Medal d'Or shoe cream is so strong that I really feel that it does a great job of making it look original. And it also has more conditioners in it than what you're ever going to get in an edge dressing. So just kind of keep that in mind. For you folks that like edge dressing, you know, it's just something to think about. All right, so it should have dried to a haze by now, and yep, it's good to go. What I'll do now is just again take my brush and buff all of this off. Okay guys, so I've got them brushed off now. The last thing that I like to do is take just an old cloth, kind of like, you know, I've got this one here, and I just slightly rub over the shoe to remove any excess cream and to really bring out that shine. And again, you want to do it really lightly, unlike, you know, when you're putting on the shoe cream, you want to put a, you know, a little medium pressure on there to work it in the shoe, but when you go to buff it off, you want to lightly wipe over it, and as you do it, like I said, it'll begin bringing out that shine. All right guys, so we've gotten this pair polished. Like I said, all I did was just clean it off, use a little by using a little leather soap, add some conditioner, and then added the neutral Medal d'Or neutral cream. As you can see with this pair, I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to treat it exactly the same way. Again, since it has so much patina work in here in different colors, I don't want to mess that up. So if these were yours, what I would probably recommend doing is you could either, again, use the neutral like this one, or go with the color that's lighter than what's in there. So for example, you see a lot of black in there, probably get by with using the burgundy color here, which would match that. All right, anyways guys, that's going to wrap up our video. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this, like I'm sweating to pieces. The AC unit went out in our building today, and it is like a good, you know, 85, 90 in this building until we get it fixed. But for the sake of the tutorial, I wanted to bring that to you guys and show you how to shine a patinaed shoe like that. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, again, leave us a comment. We love getting back to you guys. And again, subscribe to our channel, and we will catch you next time.